How's everybody doing? Aizy here. I know you know my name. If you don't, you better go on YouTube and type it. Of course, you're gonna find probably a lot of shit on there dissing me, but that's besides the fucking point. Today though, man, I've had a lot of fans write me. Well, not a lot of fans, maybe two. Yeah, two. Like, what kind of cars you drive, Aizy, man? You know, you making music, you doing all this big boy shit. What kind of cars you got? Well, fuck. I've just got one car. But I've had a bunch of cars in my life, so hey, fuck it. Let's go ahead and show some of them, you know what I'm saying? Now, the very first car that I'm gonna show you today isn't necessarily the very first car I ever owned, but this car was by far the biggest gas drinking, biggest float on the road car I've ever had. And as you can see behind me, it's a big hunk of fucking tank steel, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, you got the rust all over the vehicle there, you know, I mean, but look at this. See this? Now look at that interior. Look at that shit. That is 100% USA made cloth, okay? You know, but what about the rust? Hey man, I told you, I'm poor. I've always been poor. So guess what? When you go to buy a car, you got about 500 to 1,000 to work with, you get rust, you know? But this big bad boy had a big ass engine and every time you hit that gas, that motherfucker would just glurt that gas down. I don't know if glurt's a word, but I'm using the word glurt because that gas hand would go, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, let's go ahead and, this is actually what they call a Phoenix. And the Phoenix was just that, a big gas guzzling ass fucking car with a 350 cubic inch motor up in that bitch. And it just got you to point A to point B. And well, it just kept you poorer because, well, every dime you had to put in that gas tank. So there's the Pontiac Phoenix, guys. Wasn't a fun car at all. Had to go. Sent her down to the junkyard, and that was that. Now this next car, man, I'm gonna tell you what. I remember one time, you know, this is when I was in school, and you know, there's some, you know, I wasn't blessed with fucking muscles, but a few folks in my school had good muscles, and they like to prank people, and I got pranked quite often. And this was a car that got me pranked. It was a diesel Chevette. Yeah, diesel Chevette. Man, that bitch got like 50 miles a gallon, weighed about 127 fucking pounds, and well, it's a fucking Chevette, you know? But what they used to do with me in school is they take this little motherfucking car, dude, and they would pick it up and turn it sideways in the parking spot. So when you got out of school, you had a car over here, a car over here, and you couldn't go nowhere. I mean, but look at all these stylish features, you mean? I mean, look at that shit. This right here was guaranteed to get you no pussy. Let me tell you, I know from experience, this car got you no pussy. In fact, it made pussy run. It just ran away. It didn't want nothing to do with you because, yeah, try to take a girl on a date and this some bitch, you know? But hey, gas mileage was pretty damn decent at about 25 a gallon. Yeah, and I know y'all scratching your heads going, 25 a gallon? That motherfucker don't weigh about 175 pounds. Well, yeah, that's about all it got. I don't know. Had a diesel engine. I think it got good mileage to a gallon. I'm not sure. But this brings bad memories. The whole time I owned this car, I never got laid. Never. I'm telling you, I never got laid. I don't like this car. Fuck that car. Let's get on to the next one. I had a bunch of you can't get laid cars, and this is another one, the Geo Metro, 1995, and it was the first car I ever bought new. You know, man. Yeah, it was poor. I couldn't make all the payments. They ended up repossessing the bitch. Yeah, I know. It is what it is, but I'm gonna tell you, this car, you thought that Chevette weighed 127 pounds. This motherfucker here weighs 114.5 pounds, okay? The tires were this big, okay? I remember driving down the motherfucking road in this car, and it'll be a hot 95-degree day. You'd be like, woo, brand new car with AC. Man, you hit that AC button at 65, and the car goes, I mean, you literally lose 15 miles an hour. Pegged, floored. I mean, but then you look under the hood of this car, and the pistons in the motor were about yay big. That was it. That was it. Man, Geo Metro. Y'all starting to see a pattern here on the cars. They just, little bitty motherfuckers. It seems like that's all I've ever been able to have in life. Is little bitty cars. I mean, when you're fucking around $500 or $100, you had to do it. So, here's the next car. Look at that Ford Escort. Fucking beauty. Beauty until you got the rolling in that sumbitch. I'm telling you, every fucking time I seem to drive that motherfucker, the fucking bearings in the front wheel would lock up. I ain't lying. I mean, I bet I had to put wheel bearings in that motherfucker 4 times. You know, but this sumbitch, another one, I never got laid. Couldn't get laid in it. It's like, hey baby, you wanna go out to dinner with me tonight? Yeah. Show up at her house in the fucking Escort and all of a sudden she got plans. I got to do shit with the family today. But you're driving away in this little motherfucker right here, and you're like, yeah, it's a fucking car. Fucking car. Another fucking car, man. But hey, now to get away from cars for a minute, man, you know, I've also owned some items that I used to have fun with, you know? And I mean, check this bad boy out. I used to just, I bought this motherfucker for like $200 at a fucking yard sale. And I was like, oh, that'd be fun. You know, man, I mean, you'd find me some days, man, in my 20s, I'd just get with it and be bored as fuck in the house. I would just get on this bad boy right here because I couldn't afford a fucking 4-wheeler, but this was my 4-wheeler, man. I mean, a country boy liked to get out and just ride. That's what I did on this bitch. Got on that motherfucker. You see me just rolling around the yard at 2.5 mile an hour, just fucking kicking it. You know what I'm saying? This bad boy right here, I tried to mow the lawn with it, but it's like every time you mow the lawn, the motherfucking Briggs and Stratton motor that you see right there, that motherfucker would just, I mean, but that's fucking a 10 horsepower motor. What are you gonna do with 10 fucking horsepower? Except for driving around the yard. I had a blast on that bitch, right there. But again, couldn't get no pussy. No girl want a man whose 4-wheeler is a fucking little whack ass fucking lawnmower like that. So in closing, guys, I've not always had the pimpest cars. I've never had the 4-wheelers per se. I've never had that big sports muscle car. You know, I did feel like I had a muscle car for a little bit with that first car I showed y'all, just because it had a V8 and the muffler was blowed out, so it sounded pretty cool, you know. But it wasn't sounding cool because it had some glass pack muffler system or something like that. Now that bitch wasn't even dualed out, but it sounded dualed out, you know. But in closing, I've never had all the pimp toys, you know. I've never had the big jacked up dualies like up church, or the Corvettes, or the fucking Camaro, or Mustangs, or the fucking, the whatever the big 4-wheeler things are. I ain't never been lucky to have all that. But I'll tell you what, man, these vehicles, that's what I've had in my lifetime, man. You know, the little Chevette, I had it painted with flames on the side, you know. At least I had a little fun with it. Hey, I'm gonna paint some flames on this bitch. You know, I mean, imagine driving down the road seeing a little Chevette with flames on it. I did again. Probably the reason why I didn't get a lot of pussy in my younger years. So anyways, guys, I'm going to show you my little collection of vehicles that I've had throughout the years since all the other music artists are doing it. I figured, well, why not me? So there you go. One day I'm going to be able to do one of these videos and show you all some pimp-ass cars, but time being, this is the best it gets. It's real. It's true. Y'all have a good one.